I understand someone claimed to be part of my success, and you can attest. The constitution is very clear. There was this day we had a meeting when the entire council members wanted to take my own responsibility and give it to Anna. That meeting was hot that day. Constitutional, it was very clear that it's my responsibility to be the chair. But they all defended. They are here. They said it should be her responsibility. How did she make me succeed? Someone who don't support my own initiatives in the council. How did he make me succeed? Did she make me succeed? It's clear. Someone who don't defend my interests. That is for the general interest of the students. How did she make me succeed? I don't understand.
Okay.
So, Honorable Bara made a point.
Okay. Good.
So long you preach peace and you are the criminal yourself, you cannot have peace. I think that is clear. So long you preach peace and you are the thief, there cannot be peace. So long you preach peace and you protect the thief, there cannot be peace. We understand that after the president, Anna has executive powers. If there is anything that is happening in the council and in the general student body, if the president is not acting or reacting, she should have the opportunity to act and react and put everything in order. Political sanity is what we need. But now, who are there to protect the students to achieve political sanity? The highest powers in the council is the president and the vice president. So me, I am a minister who go through the secretariat to implement my policies and programs. Aside from that, I have no say in what is happening in the pages, the insults, and etc. If I have, it will be very little. I am not an admin. I cannot add anybody. I cannot remove anybody. The people who have the say are the people who should have done it. Bara has made a point, and I think I have to also make it very clear. It's a concern, and it's a big concern. Council members who are responsible should have come out and talk about that. But that is not the case here. Thank you so very much. I choose to stop here.
Thank you so much, and a rebuttal for both Mr. Njaya and Bara
Wow,
as well.
things are getting interesting. Somebody claimed to be an English minor did not understand simple quotation in the Constitution. EDUSANS. It is stated in the Constitution, the office of the Vice President chairs the nationwide tour. And Malcolm here chairs what we call the research team. So if you chair a research team that is embedded in the nationwide tour, then who is the overseer, the main chair? Then whom do you have to communicate to? This man was asked to send to council the names of the people that he selected to be the part of the research committee, which he refused to communicate to me because he have this tight heart that when he communicate with me, if he is transparent towards that research, it means I am the chair of the research. The council was trying to put to him that it doesn't mean when you are communicating with Anna towards the smooth running of the research embedded in the nationwide tour, Anna is the research. He said, no, that cannot happen. The moment he is informing me, it means I am the chair. Can you see how sometimes ignorance can cause, EDUSANS? I am a chair of a nationwide tour. Everything that goes with nationwide tour, I should be passing, overseeing everything. But he was not willing and have that open heart to collaborate with me because he have this quality of a boss and not a leader. The quality of a personal pronouns I. You could hear since he started, he's only using I. He do not have the spirit of council work. He's that type of a leader, EDUSANS. And you could hear the manifestation from him since he started the personal pronoun. I have been the most succeed. I have been the most. I believe in council have succeed. And this is why I was trying for him to collaborate with me so that we have a very successful research. We do not go by a failed research. And this is why, EDUSAN, let me tell you the truth. Ask my opponent here. that when it was not his policy last year to have a research embedded in the nationwide tour, it was his opponent last year. But when we had our first council meeting, council put to him, can we have this research in the nationwide tour? For he is so crucial and it will be a history for the council. He accepted. And the council gave him a tip, which was TVEC education. He agreed. He himself promised the council that I will submit chapter 1 to 3 before we embark on the nationwide tour. Guess what, EDUSA? He failed to take the topic. He failed to give us chapter 1 to 3. It was thanks to Honorable Sanu, who have now, through the pressure of our Honorable SG, who pressure him that this research must not fail in the nationwide tour. Sanu led that research, and it was even a different team. That is the team that we went with the nationwide tour because things were so prompt. This man here, claiming to be the best, was busy on his personal error in traveling to go to Nigeria just to eat fufu and echake because he never tested them. This is the reality, Edusans. Are these the type of leaders you are looking for? Now, coming to political sanity, which he's talking about. Edusan, let me remove.
Are you done with?
No, wait. Let me talk about political sanity. Let me remove my glass, Edusan, so that you see my eyes. Currently, just this morning, I'm not talking about the past. Just this morning, when I declared as a candidate, this man have become a PhD holder in attacking your opponent. Edison, tell me, where have you seen my write-up attacking him or attacking Barra? Just this morning, he sent a very bad write-up to the master's page, character assassinating me. Is this the type of politics you expect from this type of leader? Not at all, Edison's. Now, coming to Barra, who is saying that he does not believe in various camps, for various camps are not unifying EDUSA. My question is, why do you first applied under Team Renaissance and we went for preliminary and I dealt with you? After dealing with you there, I decided to park you because I was giving you some minor respect as my senior from Armitage. This is why at the preliminaries, I did not give out my best. But guess Armitage, EDUSANS, I did not give out my best at the preliminary at Renaissance level, which he applied, and others. I did not give out my best. I dealt with him there when I did not even give out my best. Imagine now that he is coming to face me at this point in time. I shall show him that I am Anna. I have the qualities of a leader since when I was young. This time around, I will bury him in this political arena. He will live to never and ever attend a political conversation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Commander Bara. Also, starting from Mr. Nja, you reviewed, and also Anna.
Yeah, thank you very much. Moderator, I want to chip in here. Now, my point where I'm going to start moderating, or where I'm going to start, I want to seek that privilege
Okay.
so that I can just go on.
Yeah, you'll start from Mr. Nja first. You know, I give you the opportunity for all of you to talk about the quality. Yes,
Okay.
you all made mention of that.
All right.
What makes you the best? Yes.
Now, when you come to
Njai, start with Mr. Njai first.
okay, no
Okay.
problem.
Okay.
Now, I greet you everybody, and I greet EDUSANS. And here is Bar again with the mic to at least educate this individual who are sitting before you here. These two candidates from different political camps, who are so violent against each other here. And we are not here to commit violence against each other, but just to speak out and defend our policy, because that's what EDUSANS are interested of. What can we do for EDUSANS? And what are we ready to do for EDUSANS? And I said it here, for political sanity, we cannot achieve anything in this absence of unity. Now, Alassane Jai is talking about the achievements that you have registered. Now, all achievements that you have registered, if they are not registered in the name of unity, if they are not registered in the name of EDUSA, if they are not registered to push EDUSA spirit ahead, then those achievements becomes not the achievement that EDUSA seek to have. We want to have an achievement that at the end of the day, EDUSA you will be proud of it, and EDUSA will be proud of it as well. Now, coming down to Anna, I want to bring this point to her, where she says that I am talking about sanity and I'm talking about political camp. Yes. See, I applied as a candidate for preliminary under Team Renaissance because I was a member of Team Renaissance. In fact, I can tell her that quite out that I joined Team Renaissance before she even joined Team Renaissance. I don't even meet leadership in the hands of Team Renaissance. I met leadership in the hand of Team SSC. When I came, I did not look at that, yes, Team SSC are the leaders. Now let me go and join them. I met that Team Renaissance we have been dealt with by SSC. The leadership was in the hands of Mr. Jallo and Fatoumata, how to call it? Fatoumata Koli.
It's our
Koli. All right, our Koli, and then Seydou Jallo. Seydou was the president, and then I was the vice president. These were the people that I met with the leadership. I do not look at, yes, SSC are the one in charge of the leadership. Let me go with them. I said, no. I put things in order. I look at it. I said, now let me join SSC and see what let me join Renaissance and see what I can do with them. I joined Renaissance, empower them, support them, starting from Comrade Bar. I joined them, help Comrade Bar. If you can ask Comrade Bar, almost every minute he met with me, he will seek for my support. I did all what I can do. By the grace of God, they won the election almost 100%, if not 90%. Now from there, we continue the struggle. We continue the struggle. Comes from Musaba's council. I did not relent. Continue supporting Team Renaissance. Do all what I can. By the grace of God, Musaba also and his council they won almost 90%. Now coming down to what he's talking about, that yes, I apply on the Team Renaissance. Yes, I apply on the Team Renaissance because that's the camp that I belonged. That's the camp I joined when I came in the university. Now he see the one talking about here. She don't even apply it. They only handpick her because she corrupted them, because she do what we call political patronage. You can go through the media, social media, through our WhatsApp page where they are listing. Anna give us this, Anna give us this 1,000, Anna give us this 1,000. See political, what we call political patronage, that's what is done to them. She did not apply. An individual who is part of them quietly come and tell me outright, Anna did not apply. Even the day of the interview, before we started the interview, I was sitting with her. Outright, she told me that I wasn't even interested. They just pushed me to an extent that tell me even Madam Kambi, Dr. Kambi, is part of even encouraging her to apply. She did not apply for it. And she's saying that she dealt with me. She did not deal with me. I dealt with her. Because an individual who was handpicked, and I scored 91%, and they gave her 100%. When they go give me the results, I told her it is not possible. You can have an interview where you score 100%. And an individual who is leading, who is part of the council right now, looking at the problems that are happening at EDUSA, and Anna have a responsibility. You cannot tell me that Anna don't have any responsibility upon all what is happening under EDUSA. Right now, our football team, EDUSA used to be known as the school that used to produce the most outstanding team. Look at what happened this year. You want to tell me Anna doesn't have a responsibility? As he claimed that the individual who part of the top echelon of the council, meaning that all those problems that happen, Anna have no responsibility on that. Here comes. People are insulting each other everywhere. She's saying that she did not share any dispatch against me or against Alassane Jai. She has nothing to write against me, unless if she want to write rubbish and share it on social media. If not, she have nothing to write against me. What can she write against me? What I am talking about is not what she's going to attack me is. What I'm talking about, as she claimed to be a leader, as she claimed to be a good leader, who has bribed individual to handpick her and drag her to become the president, which she will not, by the will of Allah, to come as a leader, address the EDUSA, show them, well, we are all one. Let's unite. Because whatever we do, if we are not united, we cannot achieve anything. If we talk about hard problem with Alassane during the nationwide tour, Alassane did not come there. There's a proverb that says, if Muhammad did not answer to the mountain, then the mountain should answer to Muhammad. If Alassane did not come to her as the leader, then she should drag herself gently, honorably, and tell Alassane, why don't we do X, Y, or Z? That's what we know of a leader. But not to say that if you did not come and answer to me as because I am the chair and the vice president, if you did not come here and then talk to me of X, Y, or Z, I'm not going to do it. So let her try to understand that she is just a hand-picked individual. Anna sitting down here, she have failed the council, she have failed the student. Anna sitting down here, she told me that last year, yes, please help me. She was begging me. Please help me. If I become the president, I'm just looking for a ground so that next year I will go for SU. Why you didn't go to SU then? You are afraid. Because that's what she was singing last year. That was the pledge that she was giving all around. Because she want to contest next year, meaning this year, she don't want to contest on the EDUSA. Yeah, she's only looking for a ground to proceed at SU level. And here I voted for her and I campaigned for her. And now she is claiming that she is a good leader, claiming of something that is not even justifiable.
Thank you so much.
Well, thank you very much. I see to stop here.
Yeah, thank you so much. The debate is getting much interesting. We continue with it. Rebuttal is suspended for now. We can continue with the debate. Going back to Mr. Njai. Now the next question is going to be, this one is going to be 2 minutes. I'm going to time you people.
Excuse me.
Sorry, let's
Yeah,
proceed
I
with.
have rebuttals.
Yeah, okay, we will come back to it,
No,
please.
let me. When we come
Yeah, I
back for
will.
rebuttals.
Yeah, I will come back to it because you
Just
all have
excuse
something
me.
against.
Yes,
No, I
just
know.
no.
Please.
Let
No,
me reboot.
no, Mr.
We
Njai, hold
continue.
on.
Let me
Sorry.
reboot. Excuse me.
No, Mr. Njai, hold on, please. Let's go by the moderation. Anna is having something to say. This one is also
Okay,
having
then give
something.
your
Rebuttal
correction.
will continue like
All
that.
right,
So let's pause it for now.
give your
We'll have
correction.
an opportunity for that again.
Okay.
Yeah, let's continue with this one. This is going to last for 2 minutes. What have you done for EDUSANS to be the deserving candidate for the position of presidency? 2 minutes.
EDUSANS.
Yeah. What have you done for them?
Education Research Ministry become the only ministry that fulfill 100% of its campaign promises. 100% unprecedented records. It has spoken volume. First
Okay.
internship in EDUSA, the first research project in EDUSA, entrepreneurship trainings, series of programs.
Okay.
That is
Yes. Okay.
enough
Okay.
to speak for me.
Okay. Thank you so much. He made mention of internship, entrepreneurship, and other training opportunities that he did for EDUSAT. That is enough for him to be the deserving candidate for the position of presidency. Coming back to Anamanga as well, what have you done for EDUSAT to be the deserving candidate for presidency?
Thank you so much. Like sister schools will say, Ana Edusa. Having the title Ana Edusa means I am never left behind in Edusa activities. Anna speaking here served as the vice president in the 14th Executive Council. Anna here is serving as the vice chair of UTGDA National Human Rights Championship 2024. Anna sitting here is the first to take EDUSA under the public speaking competition to the finalists. It's done by Anna Manga. Anna here started serving EDUSA when I was just less than 2 months old in the University of the Gambia. I went and played for EDUSA under the VCNC tournament, football tournament. And guess what? On my that first game, I was awarded a certificate as Woman of the Match for EDUSA. Isn't that amazing enough for you to vote for Anna? Anna sitting here have become the I served under the 13th Executive Council under technical and logistic. Not only that, Anna in 2003 have served as a speaker under the 13th Executive Council. Anna here have chaired the most successful nationwide tour under the 14th Executive Council. Why is it called the most successful nationwide tour? It's because things that we are not in the nationwide tour, Anna have leave no stone unturned to make sure those things are embedded in the nationwide tour. Like I said last year in one of my policy, I said I am going to improve the accommodation. I am going to give a good accommodation for the nationwide tour. And that's exactly what I did. Records will show that when EDUSA embarks on a nationwide tour, they sleep in classrooms. Those that attended the last year nationwide tour, organized by the 14th Executive Council, will tell you that we have spent almost 50% to 60% of our nights in very good, comfortable environment. And I have taken them to a lodge where SU was even trying to take their students of the student week to take their
Yeah,
student
time is
there,
almost
but
up.
they could not take them there. That is upcast
Time
grid,
is up.
a very expensive lodge. Edison, you can look into yourself and you see how much is the price to spend a night in upcast. And I, Anamanga, was able to give that to you. Anamanga have okay,
Your
due to
time is
time
up.
factor, I
Yeah,
will
your
stop
time
here
is
for
up.
what I have done, Edusan. But there are a lot of new things which was in Edusa by the 14th Executive Council, initiated by Anna Manga.
Thank you so much, but at the same question, what have you done for EDUSAT in 2 minutes?
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. IPRO and the moderator, of course. As a student under the University of the Gambia and under the School of Education, I I I did my constitutional responsibility, and my constitutional responsibility as a student is to respond to the calls of the student council. When the student council call for work, I go and participate. For any activity that the student council call for, I will go and participate. And all the educants can be a witness of that. Whenever council call, I respond. Now, aside from that, is being a head coach of his of our the second year student. During the tournaments that was staged by the council, by the Minister of Sport, that is Amadou Kujabi, I was nominated to be the head coach of the second year. students. And I proceed with them until at some time the tournament couldn't continue due to some issues. Now, as a member, right now, those are my constitutional responsibility that I offer to the EDUSANs and willing to offer more for EDUSANs. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. We are continuing again. We are now going to the policies a bit. As we continue the debates, we are also going to ask various questions. These are the presidential candidates, so let's also talk about the policies. Though they will be the heads of the council, and it will be difficult for them to have certain specific responsibilities in terms of policy execution because we have various ministries, their ministerial responsibilities. So I will give you this opportunity. From here also, there will be another chance for rebuttal. So if a candidate is speaking, you can listen attentively, and if you have anything against the policy, you'll be given the opportunity to rebut enough, and we make sure you rebut based on the context. Yeah, coming back to Mr. Njai. Mr. Njai, can you tell us one of that policy as the president of the 15th Executive Council that you are going to implement when voted in?
Yes, always, and as usual, my priority is student empowerment.
Student empowerment.
Student empowerment.
Okay.
That's my priority, and I want to ensure EDUSANs are empowered. EDUSANs are given the access to develop themselves. I want to ensure EDUSANs develops their career so as they serve meaningfully in the societies they belong. I want to ensure that EDUSANs have equal access to resources. EDUSANs have equal support that will make them grow within and outside the University of the Gambia. This is a policy that I have fully believed in, trust, and I hope I can achieve it more than I have done as the Education and Research Minister because I understand that empowerment is the foundation of a free and flourishing society where every individual can meaningfully take part to contribute to the development and the growth of themselves and their people and their country and the global at large. Therefore, priority is you, the students, and students' empowerment. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. Student empowerment, as you heard from him, is going to empower the education students in various capacities. That's what he said. Let's hear from Anna Manga also.
Thank you so much for that wonderful question that is stating one of my policy.
Yes.
Looking at my policy, I have 5 main policy, but to take you through the first one,
Yes.
which is unity. EDUSA is classified as among the biggest school, and not only among the biggest school, but the most mature school within the sister schools of the Gambia. Coming in as a president, it is quite vital to understand very well that currently we are in different camps, but immediately after election, we should forget about political affiliation and work for the general interest of EDUSA. For I believe in the statement, united we stand and we can achieve better, divided we fall and we will not achieve anything. And this is why, when I was a vice president, I continue stretching of my arms to support ministers to achieve their ministerial activities. For constitutionally, the office of the vice president, section 14 of EDUSA Constitution 2022, the office of the vice president does not have an independent activities to conduct, but instead substantiate the effort of the ministers to make sure that they achieve their aims and objectives. Now, looking at Anna Manga serving under the vice president, I have collaborated with Usainu Gambia to purchase Gambian flag, to purchase an EDUSA flag, and also bring poles. If you check under the veranda there at EDUSA, you will see the poles there. The reason why we collaborated to erect those poles at the entrance of EDUSA is to serve as a symbol of what? Unity. When you are entering, you see those flags, you will know that I am entering EDUSA and I am EDUSANS, and what I should do is to work for the betterment of this school. And again, why I talk about unity, I was with a policy saying that when I am voted into office this year, just 2 weeks to the election, we are seeing a lot of dirty politics, I may call it, unhygiene politics. And you will go through around all those dispatches. You will not see Anna have written one against Malcolm or Anna have written one against Bara. Not because I didn't have what to say. If I am to write based on these people, I will write more than 10 books But I am not that type. I am a leader who believes that politics should be done based on maturity. Politics should be done based on selling your policies and programs. And this is why during my class to class campaign, that was the only message I was sending. Now, coming to say I am currently the vice president, what have I done towards unity?
Okay.
Now, I
Thank
currently
you very much.
serving as the vice president. I have already started serving some unity problems. That is, I'm on the study leave. Leave of absence. I am currently on the leave of absence. Now, this leave of absence, you don't have any power with you, but you can make calls. I called my president and I told him currently the way the politics is going is not fine. He also called the dean, and the dean also communicate with the EC chair. And if you observe some days back, in the evening time around 8 9, all EDUSA pages were closed and a message was sent. All that was it started by Anamanga. For I believe in the power of unity. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The same question, Tabara, also. That
Okay,
one
thank you very
policy.
much, Honorable IPRO and moderator. Question back to me. Well, they said smart politicians make a thorough observations of the situations and base your policy based on the need to be done. Build your policy based on what can bring up development. As a matter of fact, I developed 6 policies
Okay.
based on
Give
the
us one.
needs of the generation. Because for any policies that does not suit the needs of the generation, then those policies should be drummed into the dustbin, and if not, be burned because it's
Okay.
useless.
Tell us one.
Therefore, my first policy is to promote political tolerance, unity among educants. Because right now, as we speak, it is at the knowledge of everybody, right from starting from this individual who are seated here, who also claiming that he have done a little bit to corporate people, which I believe is not manifesting in EDUSA. My first policy is to promote political tolerance, to unify EDUSANT, because I believe we cannot go without politics, but we need a decent politics. We need to tolerate each other. So this is my first policy, and this is what I want to do for EDUSANT, because I believe for anything that I want to do under EDUSA will not succeed if EDUSANTs are not united. Right now, it's at the knowledge of everybody. If Team Renaissance call for work, SSC will not respond. If SSC call for work, Renaissance will not respond. And these are the individuals who are sharing the same school. These are the individuals who are sharing the same constitutions. These are the individuals that we said belongs to the same school. Then why, if this one call for work, the other one will not come? If this one call for a meeting, the other one will not come. They are busy on how to build their camp. They are busy on how to promote each other. That's why most of them, when they come here, they are more talking about more developments of the council than their individual development. All this development that they are mentioning here, I did that is all the work of the council that they are talking of here. If you take out the work of the council, they are empty. They are going with empty hand. But as a matter of belief into unity, being a man of peace, being a man of unity, that make me to have that policy as my number one policy, to bring EDUSANs together, sanitize politics in EDUSA. For there, then we can do anything that we want as students under the School of Education. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barajal. So you go for rebuttal, sir. Let us make it 2 minutes. This one has to be specified as well. I'm going to give you 2 minutes because they all talk about their policies. So, Ms. Anja, you can rebut the policy of Anne if you have anything
Thank you.
against her, and also
Thank you so
Bara
very
if you
much.
have anything against him. Yeah.
I wanted to reboot earlier on.
Okay.
The research was started here before I left. The only thing that happened in my absence is the distribution of the questionnaires. Everything was done. Correction. 2, Anna knows the research was going to happen. Musa knows the research was going to happen. Musa called me. We spoke more than 5 minutes about the research. I told him everything is on the way, everything is set up, and we are prepared. Shortly, a few days, Nationwide Tour started. Anna was here claiming she didn't notice that the research is going to happen. She rejected my people, my own research committees. And we come to realize after, because she claimed that it was full. We came to realize after my own claim, everything was full. Ismaila is here. Ismaila was given 2 slots. And after that, we make our investigation and discovered Korea joined, I will even mention names. Korea joined the nationwide tour. He didn't even pay. We discovered Tumani was late to join the nationwide tour. 4 seats were slot after I have cried to get my committee go. Another thing is I have the council has never told me about research. Research was part of my policies, and we come to do that, and it is part of our programs.
Your
The
time
council
is
has
over.
never told me about research.
You can reboot.
To make it very clear, another rebuttal is she claimed this is what they do. She claims she collaborated with Usain Gambia to bring polls. That is unfounded and is not something that we can believe. When it happens on our page, they wanted to attach her name there. I quickly I communicated with Usain. It is here. Congratulations. I heard you want to donate flags and poles for our school. Oh yes, boss. The poles are already transported to the campus. So this is what happens when council members go through some other people and have projects or programs. They come to say they did it. Let us be brave enough to talk about the people who bring these projects and how it happens. For the records, no council member has ever told me this is you are going to do research. It was part of my policies. And for the record, we have never changed the team for the research. For the record, SG, if he's watching, he can attest to that. Council gave me the research team and we work on it. For the record, even when I presented my own research committee, there were council members who disregarded the committee. For the records, I was given names to put in my committee. I insisted these are the people we are going to use, and they are the people who can produce the material we need. For the record again, before I traveled, the research was already started. And for the record, it is only the questionnaires that were distributed. Every other thing that happens when I returned. The videos were shared, photos were shared, where we continue the project. Let us make it very, very clear when we are talking about this. And for the record, the constitution states I become the chairman of the research team, social, and any academic research that have to be conducted in the school. So I wonder how my chairmanship has to affect her chairmanship in the nationwide tour, so that her chairmanship will supersede my own and to remove my own constitutional powers. This is what doubts me. This is for you go to the constitution, it's for the records. And this can be substantiated everywhere by the constitution, and the secretary general can also substantiate that we have never changed the team for the nationwide tour. The council developed the team and we worked on it.
So Bara also, you have a rebuttal for
For
Bara.
the record, Bara I cannot vividly get what Bara has discussed about me. But what I can say is, for the records, EDUSANs understand that we, as a ministry, stood the test of time in EDUSA. And for the record, she mentioned that I use I. I want to remind her, a leadership who is not taking responsibility doesn't have the courage to say the truth. And where you said no one is responsible, then everybody is responsible. This is why the leader must always stand to be able to say, I did this on behalf of his team. And he should be ready to be responsible of carrying what his members have been done. This is why I carried the responsibility of the entire education and research ministry, because I know I have the quality and I have performed to defend them, because they are not here to defend themselves. Where everybody is responsible, no one is responsible. And where no one is responsible, everybody is responsible. So there must be somebody who is responsible. For the records, let us be very genuine in our rebuttals. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Coming to Anna also, a rebuttal for both Mr. Njia and Bara.
Thank you so much. This is getting interesting. People are always saying for the record, for the record. They forget. It was last year around this time when Fine TV Gambia have conducted the same policy debate. Fine TV CEO, I think you will help us with the record of last year. My honorable here debate with Amadou Khan. It was clearly on record last year when it was a policy of Mr. Khan, not a policy of this man here. And it is in council on record in the activities plan that it is the team for the nationwide tour supposed to be TVEC and not the use of national language that we went with the tour. It is in record. I will not come here and tell you what is not record. CEO, you might help us with the video of last year. You see, it was not his policy. But thank God we put it to him and he accept. But today, because of he's looking for another position, he is now denying that it's now his work. When it was clearly that it is not his policy. Now coming to Korea, not being paying for and did not pay for the nationwide tour. I believe in a leader who speak with evidence but not falsehood and sending false information to the general EDUSA. Korea have never attended the nationwide tour without paying. There is nobody who attended that nationwide tour without paying. Coming to say that he wanted his research team to go, and I said the bus was filled. Like I said earlier, I am the chair of the nationwide tour. Everything that has to go with the nationwide tour, embedded in the nationwide tour, there should be proper and effective communication with the chair, which he feels so big. He feels so pompous that he said he's not going to communicate with me because he's the chair of the research. And he was doing his thing in isolation. If he does things in isolation, how can I know what is his problem? I never know that his people did not pay earlier. Until when the bus is filled, there was no space. He now come to tell me that, yes, my people, some of them did not go this and that. I told him, you see the power of feeling big and not communicating to people? I did not know your people. There are people who did not have seat. Now I am sorry, EDUSANs have pay and they have equal right like your committee member. I am not going to drop anyone for your research people to go. If you have wanted them to go, you must have that open heart to work with people based on how Constitution have put I and this man to work together. Comment again about what he said. The research committee, ask him today. EDUSANs, you can see the list of members in that research team. Today they are all SSC members. There is no member who come from Renaissance. There is no member who, if in fact, he disregarded the female gender to an extent that there was no female in part of his list. Aminyang have to attack him and told him, how can you set up a committee where you don't even have one female in part of your committee? That committee was only SSC people that were in that committee. Is that a leader that you are looking for, EDUSANs? A leader, when you are voted into office, you should forget camp affiliation and work for the general interest of EDUSANs. But the committee was only SSC members. The tutorial committee, only SSC members. The internship he's talking about, 90% of those intern members who went to the National Arts and Culture were all SSC people. These are evidence circulating everywhere. That is not the type of leader we are looking for. Now, coming to the personal pronouns I, a leader does not stand always to use the word I, but we. For if you succeed, it was not only you that succeed. It was a teamwork. Therefore, always acknowledge the team. But you cannot always start, I am the minister who have 100%. I am the minister, forgetting that it was a teamwork. So I want to educate you. In as much as you are trying to have those leadership skills in you, forget the personal pronouns I, for it means for boss, but not leaders. Coming to Bara, who said, it got me laughing, that I think that my intestine will even be out. Bara, what evidence do you have that I have not applied as you applied? I am so happy that today this man, when we went for the interview at the preliminary Renaissance, when we were outside chatting there, when he knows, that was the day he knows about my comment. When he knows, he himself manifested to me that, Anna, you deserve to come. He is here. He manifested it there, that I deserve to come. So how again did he now say, someone who did not apply, why going for interview? A very question that people should ask. If you did not apply, why coming for interview? Then I don't need to go for interview. I just need to go direct and come. Coming to say that he joined Renaissance before me. I, Anna, joined Renaissance when I was in my year 1 first semester. And not only that, the same thing, started participating for EDUSA when I was just less than 2 months old. So I wonder, where did he base those claims? When you are debating, debate with evidence, but don't debate with falsehood. Coming again, say that Anna have contributed to this year the way the sport is poorly organized. You know, when you have less experience, you always speak like a blind man. For there was one wise man who said, when two great minds are speaking, you take the opportunity to go and build your experience. I understand Bara have joined this debate to come and build his experience, but not to compete. For record, have it that since 2011 at Armitage, this man will contest election and always loot because of what his incompetency and lack of leadership skills. I will stop here for now and we continue.
Thank you so much, Camilo Bara, also a rebuttal for both Mr. Njia and Ann.
Okay, thank you very much. And then coming back to EDUSA again, I am saying good evening to you all. Well, the debate is getting so much interesting for the fact that it is revealing out. It is exactly revealing out to the EDUSANs that this individual who are sitting down here representing their camp is quite outright that they are individuals who are not here for EDUSANs, but they are individuals who are there for their camps, individuals who are there for their individual interests. Now, I will start from Anna, whereas he said if she want to write, she can write thousands of books about me or about Alassana. Well, writing is not difficult, but writing something that is sensible, that's what is difficult. You can write a library if you want. That is up to you. But whether what you are writing is essential, whether what you are writing is fit for purpose, whether what you are writing can benefit generations. That's what we need, not to come here until I can write. You can go, you are free to go and write. Write a library about me. Now, coming back to the issue of saying that I tell you on the day of interview, yes, I was sitting with her. She also come to knew that that very day that I applied for that position, to an extent of starting to reveal herself to me. She is here seated. I applied for presidency. Yes, I applied on the Team Renaissance. And I'm going to mention it again. She did not apply. Team Renaissance set their team that they want to push for this year election. After doing that, now what they did is to publish a fake application, just to fake the students out there. We get this information. I did not even wanted to apply, but I wanted to prove that whether this is true or not. I was the last person. In fact, if the application is to expire today, around 12, I applied around 8. Bia, in fact, was following me. Apply, apply. Yaya Bojang was there following. Apply, apply. But I never knew that on the whole, these people have set a very dangerous trap just to come and expose to the people that, yes, we are democratic. We open an application. And that's why they are very muted. They cannot say, yes, Bara is not competent. And that's why we did not pick him up. So she did not apply. She was just handpicked. So Anna, talking about leadership, all what you're talking about here, I don't want to chastise. I don't want to criticize because I'm a man of peace. Because I can see from two of you, from two of the camp, they are not speaking in unity. Each is speaking divisionally. I did this, I did this. When we are doing this, I was not there. EDUSANs are listening. They can see the truth. They can see that you people, if you come forward against, the division will continue. Because none of you here have spoken out where at a stage where the council was working towards uniting the EDUSANs. Each and every one of you here is speaking out divisionally. You as the president, I'm surprised that you are speaking the way you're speaking to it here today. We're talking about experience. As somebody who have served and passed a very powerful institution at Amida Senior Secondary School. And then you come and serve there and you are talking about experience. If there is anyone that should learn about leadership experience, then I should lecture you. I've been serving since since you were scrolling. Where I step my leadership foot, you haven't stopped it there. Step it there. So stop coming here and then telling EDUSAN that I did this, I did this. You talking of Alassane said I did this, I did this. You using the I more than Alassane. I don't know whether your English teacher only taught you about the personal pronouns I. Maybe you have to go back to him so that he can teach you at least other grammatical word. So for that of Alassane, I have to attack him, being the education and research minister. More is expected from you. I am disappointed that you do not have that cooperation with the council. Here you are today. You're talking up to become the president. And in the previous council that you are serving and still serving, that you serve and still serving, Anna is speaking so angrily against you, and you are also speaking so angrily against her. Meaning that on the whole, you guys were two eggs of the same basket, uncooperatively, and you are knocking each other. You were not cooperative. That's why we can see the faults out there. That's why EDUSA is suffering. On the whole, this is what is affecting EDUSA. That's why we cannot move on. We cannot achieve anything more. For us to do something bigger, we have to get leaders that are united,
Thank you so
leaders that
much.
speak the same voice, leaders when they're out, everyone will be proud to see them. So for you guys to come back against and push forward to become president is a surprise to the Edusan. So I want to stop here for
Yeah.
records and thank you very much.
Time is not the revital is over for now, so we are going for the final policy. Mr. Njai, you may tell us your final policy. Likewise, Anna and this
Yes,
one.
thank you so very
Yes, let's be
much.
very specific.
Finals, he said rebutals are over,
Yeah.
but I want the IPRO to attest to everybody here that if he was not the one who shared the form for the internship, IPRO, please talk to the EduSans. I want the IPRO to tell EduSans if he was not the one who shared the form for the tutors. He is here with us. I want him to confirm to you people, EduSans, if things were not done transparent. I want to let EduSans know the team for the research was well vetted and scrutinized and found fit for purpose. This is why we didn't go for a change.
Our policy quickly.
For the records, she said she was not informed. For the record,
Mr. Njai, let's go for the policy.
everybody was aware, and the research
Quickly.
was the main objective of the council. And people, as I told you, 4 people were discovered. Ismaila is here. He brought 2 people. After our own committee problem was put to the council, he brought 2 people who were added. If those people can be given the opportunity to be added, why not the research team? If those other people I have mentioned also could be added, then why not the research team? So where was the boss full?
The policy, yeah? Quickly, yeah?
It's a problem.
The policy, yeah?
So
Last
this
policy.
is it.
Yeah, last policy.
Yes. But I would also want you to tell them you share the forms.
Yeah, the forms
transparency.
were said, yeah, they were said.
Equally.
Yes,
Everybody
exactly.
apply. So
Very
please, you have to learn. You cannot educate me. I should educate you.
Let's go
It's
for
the
the
truth
policy.
and nothing but the truth.
The final policy, yeah.
I have policies. I have empowerment. I have
Okay.
equality. I have equal opportunity. And
Okay.
above all, I
Okay.
have transparency, accountability, and probity, which
Okay.
lacks. There is no transparency. Bara is saying we are classing because we understand the people who are themselves preaching the peace are the very people who are creating the problem. So if you are preaching the peace and you are the very problem, there cannot be peace. Let us be courageous to face the truth and the reality. Everything that the ministry has done has gone through the secretariat to the council. And everything that has to do with the general student body has to go through the IPR who share the form throughout. So if you are here today claiming that SSC people were chosen, then why don't other people apply? And why don't other people meet the requirement? Evidence have it. If you are not the competent one, you are not chosen. That's the reality. So please, let us stop coming on bases that are not evidence-based. Whatever, all the things you have said, IPRO is here. If it's not true, IPRO say it's not true, EduSans will know.
Thank you so much. Anna, your policy, final one. A quick brief.
Thank you so much, Ismaila.
Summarize your policy.
You see, sending the form, which is a form of showing that everybody can apply, and the final process, the scrutiny of selecting people who are finally there is different than EduSans. You can send a form which everybody see, but how were these people scrutinized? What were the qualities, that the criteria that they use in selecting them differs. Evidence is there. I'm telling you, the committee for the tutorial are all SSC. The committee for the research are all SSC. People who attended the internship, 90% are all SSC. I'm telling you about evidence. Today, as I'm speaking to you, 90% of the tutorial committee, they are all today candidates. I don't speak because I want to speak. In case you talk about educating me, let me also inform you that if you are talking about educating, maybe you wait for your unborn child to educate, but not me, because my level have surpassed yours. Now to talk about my next policy is inclusivity. As I have started when I was a vice president to include people living with disabilities in the nationwide tour by reducing their payment, giving them 50%. This time around, when I am elected as the president of the 15th Executive Council, every activity that the council is embarking on, which is related to student buying or paying, 2 slot will be provided free of charge for students living with disability. And not only that, when I talk about inclusivity, I mean when EDUSA have activities, everybody needs to come on board. Being a council member, I understand we have challenge when it comes to EDUSA participation. I come up with this one called awarding EDUSA heroes or heroes of EDUSA. Now we have lecturers that spend their precious time in teaching us. We have never and ever recognized their effort that they have rendered to us, even though they are paid. But it is said there is no amount of money that can pay a person who gives you knowledge. As a result, we will have what we call best lecturer of the semester, which is going to be awarded under my leadership. Again, we have a lot of writers in EDUSA. Thanks to the IPRO ministry, by launching the first website ever for EDUSANs, who use that opportunity to publish their work, but they are never what awarded. I will use this opportunity to award best writer of the month. Not only that, we have class reps that sacrifice their time for us. Last year, we even have one of the class reps who have to cross by using boat because that time the ferry has an issue. He has to risk his life to cross just to go and submit student assignment. So this time around, under my stewardship, we are going to award what we call best class rep of the semester and other deserving award that students have really worked for. They will be awarded before the last day of the award ceremony. You know, usually a council will leave all your awards until the last day. But now, some of the awards, I want to bring them alongside the month, alongside semesters. These are some of the plans I have. So, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bara, your summary of your policies.
Okay, thank you very much. And then back again, that is Barak, the independent candidate, the first in history. Now we are talking about the policies, and back again to unveil to you the other policy that I have for you. And looking at the responsibility of a president, it's like almost every policy that every minister have or every member of the council have. It is part of your policy. So therefore, I have a policy. The next policy that I have in hand is an educational policy, because I believe one of the most fundamental things that have guided us at the University of the Gambia is education. Aside from education, any other thing that we do is just what is regarded as extracurricular. It's just an addition to our academic performance or our academic achievement. So therefore, I want to work with the Minister of Education to create an avenue where we are going to train students on how to write research. We train them on how to make a proper research, because you understand that the education at which we are, the education that the generation called for, is beyond just cramming books or cramming notes, and at the end of the day, you go and vomit them on a paper, you get your A and go. Now, most of the universities are paying more credit to people who graduate with research. But now, as education students, how many students are graduating here with research? We only have it most of the time. Students or candidate will have it on policy, but it's going to be like a toothless policy, a toothless bulldog policies, a policies that are never put in proper activities or in proper, implementation. But as a president, I want to empower more of creating training on how to write research and also creating an incentive. Because if you want to make people active, you have to create an incentive. What are these incentives? You provide them with certificates at the end of the day, and certificates that are recognized, that will be signed by the dean, signed by the VC of the university, that they can use at the end of the day as an evidence, per se, to indicate that they have gone through a research, just not having the knowledge that I have made a research with X, Y, or Z. Now, can I go with one more policy?
Okay, finally,
yeah.
One more, please.
The other policy that I have is about the silence of lecture notes at the University of the Gambia. Now, I can see at most of the lecturers at the University of the Gambia, more especially School of Education, all of them are turning to be like book vendors. And what I'm so surprised about is most of the books that they are selling last for only 4 or 5 months, they are expired. The slogans of the University of the Gambia is publish or perish, but not sell lecture notes or perish. We want to eradicate the issue of selling lecture notes. Students pay their tuition fee to be given lecture. And at the end of the period, you should be given notes that you need to study, and you come back and sit to an exam. As I'm speaking to you right now, I'm doing 4 courses under the School of Environmental Sciences. None of these 4 courses, none of these lecturers are selling lecture note to us. They all prepare their PowerPoints, come and present after they come and sell. So after they come and send the soft copy, where every student can access it. Even you can be in the bus and then you are reading your lecture note. Rather than carrying those books, thousands of books in your bag, loitering with them from one class to another. I want to put an end to that. Education, we are moving into advanced education. And the School of Education, they are moving back to that olden type of education, printing lecture note, carrying pamphlets everywhere. We want modern lecture. If you look at the University of the Gambia, all classes, they are installment. They install all the classes. They install projectors. That's an indication that all lecturers should be presenting their lecture note on PowerPoint. But these are venoms that are circulating on the School of Education, and that all the members of the council are aware of it. None of them spoke against it. That's my policy, to make a stop to that. Let lecturers come and lecture and share the lecture note. Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much.
So the times have ended, and I hear I stop. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So quickly, we are heading to the end of the debate. I'm now giving you all two minutes, your last message. So I'm giving you 2 minutes. Your last message to the educans.
Yeah. Thank you so very much.
Okay. 1 minute, and the battery.
Thank you.
Wrap it up.
Again, for the record, I am the most prolific writer of EDUSA holder. So I don't know where are you going to create that award when it is already existing. For the records, after our forms are shared, people are selected, it goes back to the page for everybody to see and know the qualifications. For the record, I want to remind you, EDUSANs, you heard someone say she will sponsor or give slots when she becomes the president. For the records, the nationwide tour that took place, the promise was not fulfilled. People only spent 1 night in the lodge. For the records, only 1 night in the lodge.
Time is going. Yeah.
So, for the record, we have had, she said, she did with Usainu Gambia. And for the record, I bring evidence. Usainu was the sole provider of the polls and everything. For the record, it was in our page when Usainu promised to bring, this was even meant for the SU. For the record, on our page, when this was said, they attach her name for political gains. For the records, the TVET, this one I'm making summary, the TVET team was never given to me. The national language team was given to me by the secretariat, which comes from the council.
Your time is almost up.
For the records, everything, all the big points that she has want to reboot it, evidence are here. IPRO is my evidence in releasing forms. They are here as my evidence. The form is sent. When people are scrutinized and selected, the form is sent back to the page for everybody.
Thank you so much.
SG can attest to everything here. And Usainu Gambia right now, if you call him, he will attest to this. We have to stop using the council name to gain things and come and attach it to our names. For the records. Because when I contacted Usainu and I read the messages. And this is not the only one.
Yeah.
So EDUSANs, let us be mindful. EDUSANs, see, all I've said here and have been rebooted by my opponent. I have evidence and people who can stand and say this is how it happens among the council members who are even here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Therefore, the work has been done. Success has come. Give Caesar what belongs to Caesar. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so much. And quickly,
Yeah. Thank you so much. Him saying for the record, it was done by Usainu Gambia. Honorable SG Bire, you are watching. You are having the receipt of the payment that I have done towards the flags and so on. You can kindly, even tonight, share that receipt to all EDUSANs to see. Please, I would love it when you are speaking. You speak with evidence, not coming to mislead EDUSAN with baseless point with no evidence to back it. I speak with evidence which are circulating. My success, which I have done for EDUSANs, is out there, which EDUSANs are seeing. Even it's a night which EDUSANs have slept in a lodge, is a success, my brother. Thank God you did not attend the nationwide tour. So, of course, people have to educate you of what had happened during the nationwide tour. But please, I want to tell you, clean up your heart and open it to work with people when you are given the opportunity, which I am not so really fortunate to have. Now, let's continue. I would love to give this concluding remark. Edusans, even new intakes today have known Anna, have seen Anna, and they have seen the results I have provided. This debate is an opportunity for you guys to watch and have an informed decision of who is really selling you policies which are attainable. You could see since we started, he was busy attacking, but he's a champion in attacking and not having policies to give you as Edusan. He went to Anderson having a pseudo, hiding behind a pseudo, insulting people, attacking. Even this morning, he sent an attack in the master's page. He is that type of a person. He is a PhD holder in attacking opponents and do not sell any policy and programs for you Edusans. So I urge you guys, come on Monday on Convention Day to listen to our policy and program more, and then you make an informed decision. Edusans, Miss Anna, and you are doomed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Bara. 2 minutes as well, your last one.
Okay, thank you very much. And then we are dragging to the end of time. And I want to take this utmost pleasure and first thank Fine TV for coming here today and cover us as we debate on policies. And this is what is expected of candidates to come forward and talk about things that they want to do for Edusant. But at the end of the day, all this round comes where? Come back to where? It come back to the same point that we want to serve diligently the Edusants. And we don't want to be rebels for Edusants. Right now, Edusants are listening. And they can distinguish between the grain and the staff. They have seen the Edusant. Like I said, we want the fight in the council to end. And the best way to end the fight in the council is to change leadership. Because these individuals who are in leadership now, who are in the council, they are fighting each and everyone. They are fighting against each other. And as they are fighting, they cannot build anything judicious to the Edusants. Let's end the fight. And like I said, the best way to end the fight is to change leadership. And by changing leadership is for us to come collectively, vote for the independent candidate. And by the will of God, he's going to bring us changes, bring us development, bring Edusants together. And if we are together, we are powerful than any other school in the university because we are the leader. Like I always said, EDUSA lead, others follow. And my slogan stand, EDUSA for all. I will not be there to promote the agenda of any political party aside the other one, because I'll be there as an independent candidate, as an independent president who will advocate for the way forward of EDUSA, but not for the way forward for a particular camp. Come EDUSA, the day of election, vote the president, vote the independent candidates, EDUSA forward, EDUSA for all. Thank you all. May God bless you, and may God bless the Gambia. God bless the University of the Gambia. This is Bragg, your presidential candidate. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Barajala. That was an interesting political debate, policy debate, rather, from the three presidential candidates.